Hello, YouTube. Okay, it's really shooting video this time. I thought I was shooting a little bit of vertical video on the way to my apartment from Priscilla's, and nope, I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, it's next to impossible to work this screen when it's this bright outside. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but I can check on the iPhone real quick. I know it's hot as hell. 103 right now. God, it feels hotter than that, but that sun, like I said, that sun don't play. So it's Saturday, July 8th, 2023, 12:54 p.m. And God knows when I'll get around to uploading this, because I've been oversharing pretty steadily for over a week now, and it's yeah, I got so much going on. I don't have a lot of time to sit down and put the videos together and edit them and upload them. So, but I feel like there's a lot going on and I want to document it. So, you know, I'll get it uploaded when I get it uploaded. And in the meantime, hot as hell in my... Oh, I know why I feel so damn hot. Is I parked outside Priscilla's apartment, and because, you know, we got there at like about 2 in the morning, I completely forgot to put my sunshade in. So yeah, when I got in my car, it felt like an absolute oven. My steering wheel was so hot I could barely touch it. It was yeah, absolutely a brutal ride from her place to my place. And actually, wow, that's an interesting place to park a shopping cart. Nice Tesla. I got my air conditioning going. It feels like it's blowing fairly cold, but it's just so brutally hot. It'll be amazing if this air makes any difference by the time I get to the hospital known as Good Samaritan. Formerly known as Good Samaritan. I guess it's now Banner University Medical Center. That makes zero sense to me. So, I actually managed to get 2 songs in last night at Wander In. It was fairly dead, which Priscilla had messaged me towards the beginning of the night, beginning of the show, telling me that she was there and that it was dead. So no shock there. In fact, I didn't even finish my second song. There came a point where I realized that the only people that were left in the bar was the bartender trying to clean up, clearly wanted to go home for the night, and Priscilla. And I'm just like, I was doing Battle Flag again. I freaking love singing that song. And when I got to that like kind of breakdown at the end, I changed one of the lines like right when that whole breakdown starts towards the end of the song. I said, yes, it's time to leave. And I just sang that, just put the microphone down. I don't know who actually heard me saying that, but you know, like I said, the bar was like empty. Like everybody was saying goodbye to the few people that were saying goodbye to friends and leaving while I was singing. It's like, okay, you know, I could go home and sing by myself. So, and it might have been different if it was the first time I ever tried singing that song. I've sang, at this point, I've sang Battle Flag many, many, many times. So, in fact, the only reason I was even singing it there is I had wrote it down on the list to sing it on Thursday night at Royale Lounge, and I never got to. At one point, like, he just kind of got frustrated, it seemed like, with the karaoke, and just switched back to DJing. The guy there doesn't seem, like I said, he's a really decent DJ, but I think karaoke is a little, just not his forte. So the transitions, it's not something he really smoothly combines the way that I do and the way a lot of other KJs that also DJ do. So my time to shine tonight. My big concerns about the show tonight is that, like when I was mentioning stuff, pretty much all I got from yesterday afternoon when I was trying to mention stuff to the manager whose name I'm suddenly forgetting, Joyce. Mentioned that to her. I was like, well, hey, I wanted to send you a text message to give you a link to my online songbook. And she's like, well, are you going to have a printed book that people can look through? I'm like, well, I've got something people can look at, which of course would be this folder which has no songs listed in it and basically refers people to the website. Now it also says, if you know what you want to sing, just write it down, artist title and your name, which for 99% of people is enough. I mean, having a list or a database to search through or look through is kind of only for the diehards. But I've got that, and I feel like I maintain that better than pretty much any karaoke DJ. I mean, there's some others that use the same site I do, but I feel like I do a pretty good job at maintaining my songbook database and page, even though obviously I haven't been doing much with it for the last 6 months, because I haven't really been hosting karaoke for the last 6 months. But hey, I did have telepathia a few days ago, so there's that. And then as I'm trying to explain it, I really don't care. She goes, as long as the people can tell you what they want to hear. And I'm like, yeah. I said, I do ask anybody who's singing something to write it down, just as a stopgap to make sure I don't forget their songs, just like Kimmy and Tim do. And she goes, oh, well, okay. I said, well, I'll know if you're doing a bad job, because people will tell me. Which kind of makes me worry that I'm heading into the same sort of situation that I had at my last stint at Jay's Cocktails, where I put messages out on social media and elsewhere that, hey, I've got this show, and my diehards come from a distance because they love the way I do karaoke, and I have a definitely different way of doing karaoke that sounds really good and has a wider variety of music to pick from than pretty much anybody else has. And then they end up, and then the people that are the barflies that are there, and I'm not saying the barflies that are there don't matter, but if you're advertising a karaoke show, you kind of need to present a karaoke show. And then those people complaining because, well, I asked him to play a song, but I didn't get to hear it because there are all these people singing. Yeah, that's how a karaoke show is supposed to work. That's Obamaphone 5. It rings all the time for no apparent reason. And because I might be getting phone calls on it, I kind of got to leave the ringer up. It's annoying. I don't know. Hopefully I can sort that out at some point. Air conditioning is actually getting kind of comfy right now. I'm just about to my destination. In fact, you can't really see it because of the angle of the camera and everything, but passing past the back end clinics and stuff that are attached to the hospital, or just north of this freeway where I just drove by. I'm kind of worried that I'm going to get some people that are regulars, because from what I've seen, and as I said, I went back there last night, and he wasn't doing karaoke at all. He was just DJing. So I got the feeling that she thinks what's going on is a karaoke show, and so she's promoting it as karaoke. In fact, check out this poster promoting their Thursdays. So yeah, they've got that posted all over the bar. And I wonder if Priscilla and I hadn't shown up, would there have even been any karaoke on Thursday, or would he have just DJ'd the whole night? I get the feeling his plan was just to simply DJ all night. And I mean, I have no problem with that, but I mean, if you're having a karaoke show, advertise a karaoke show. And if you're not, then don't. If what you have is a live DJ, then promote. You got a live DJ spinning old school. There's a crowd for that. I quite enjoy a live DJ spinning old school, but when I'm going out because I want to sing karaoke someplace and I'm going to something that was advertised as that sign advertised as a karaoke show, that's what I'm expecting to see. I mean, if they spin some music in the midst, between singers, I'm cool with that. So yeah, I'm very excited about tonight. I do need to go home and get my system put together, since I didn't work on that at all last night. I stayed away with Priscilla, but hey, I'm in a much better place mentally because of it, and I'm fed. She made me a hell of a great breakfast, made me cheese grits and a hell of a great omelet with it. She's like, I put a bunch of vegetables in your omelet. I snuck vegetables too, because she knows, generally speaking, I'm gonna eat vegetables. And it's not like I'm a person who doesn't like vegetables, just the way I eat is not a lot of options for just ready to eat vegetables. I used to do carrot sticks all the time, raw carrot sticks, but now my teeth have gotten to a point where that's not an easy thing to eat. So is what it is. I should try to get more of that in my diet. All right, it's looking like finding a parking spot is not going to be as easy, and now that I'm driving so slow, I better turn off my air so I don't overheat my car. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to find a parking spot. This isn't good. Smoking and the use of tobacco products are prohibited on this campus, as it should be. I tell you, I'm highly suspicious of any healthcare worker that is also a smoker. And likewise, I'm also highly suspicious of any healthcare worker that is also very obese. Like, if you can't take care of your own health, I'm not so sure I want you taking care of mine. Yeah, I hate to say it. I hate to doom myself to failure, but I got a feeling this gig isn't going to last a long time. But I'm just going to do my best with it. That's all I can do. And after I leave here, I do have my, oh my God, they're hot. I got my tripod speaker stands in the car. Obviously, everything's not going to fit in the car at once, all the crap I got in the car, so I'm going to probably start. Since Royale is only about a mile from here, I drop those off. Probably also my karaoke folders on the way back from here, and then proceed to get everything set up at home, make sure it's all functional. So I'm not even sure I got time to do that at this point. At this point, I'll probably start hauling over the bar and do that. And if I got to backtrack home to get parts, do that. All right, looks like all of the parking on the right. No, patient parking. You know what? I could probably go into that parking garage straight ahead of me, come to think of it. I've parked there before. Oh, and it's 0 to 30 minutes, no charge. I guess I'm gonna have to let Allison know that I'm in 30-minute parking. Well, that sucks. I was hoping to spend a little bit more time than that with my daughter. But whatever. I've got work to do today, and I have all. Oh, this goes nowhere. Whoops. And I got all. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea when they're going to release her. I didn't talk to a doctor or a nurse. In fact, I got more information about Chris than I did my own daughter. Chris, unfortunately, is going to be. Yeah, he's going to be in the hospital a while. I was joking with his dad that yeah, they're going to have to put him together like Steve Austin, the Bionic Man, replace all the broken parts with improvements. He got a kick out of that. Since his dad's old enough to remember that TV show, I think that reference would be lost on a lot of younger people, but I loved that show when I was a kid. It doesn't hold up very well, sadly. It seems like the last couple times I've caught it on like some of the rerun channels, it didn't seem as good, unfortunately. All right, I arrived at 1:07 p.m. And of course, 30-minute parking when I'm like a 15-minute walk away from her room is not great. So I'm gonna wrap this up here, and we'll be back with more. Hello and welcome back, YouTube. So yeah, kind of in and out. I felt bad because I think she really wanted company and wanted me to stay, but I have so much I need to get done today. So let's see, it's 1:23, Saturday, by the way, Saturday afternoon. It's 1:23 and 1:07. Okay, yeah, I'm well within my 30-minute window. Got her the tablet and the charger and stuff, so at least she's got that. And she's like, well, I'll email you. And I'm like, okay. I said, the fuck was that? That wasn't a good sound. Oh, there's some kind of garbage in my parking spot. Sounds like that coming from this car just scared me, because this car is just so old and just prone to problems. So unintentional bright side, I got covered parking, so the car is considerably cooler than it was when I left it, so that's a plus. I really enjoy walking through that hospital. I know that sounds dumb, but thank you. Wow, when I was looking to the left right there, I saw a QR code to scan to work for the parking company to be a parking attendant, which doesn't sound like such a great job, but I'm getting kind of desperate right now. Just saying. Speaking of me working, got an email this morning from a different representative at Winolo. Not the person that I was having the text chat conversation with that kept obviously copying and pasting stuff that didn't apply to my situation because it contradicted things I'd already said to her, and then of course asking me for information I'd already given her. Assuming it's a her, not trying to misgender anybody. I'm still not completely convinced it wasn't a bot, but anyway. So yeah, the person who emailed me today, it wasn't at least it's something. It's like we're working on it, but didn't fill me with a lot of confidence I'm going to get paid anytime soon. But I hate how they just say the requestor. Like that just sounds so ominous to me. Maybe I can pull up the email before the light changes. Oh yeah, there's a walk signal to the right, so maybe I can. Your Winolo support case. Hi Daniel, I hope all is well. This is Joyce stepping in for Weena. Weena? Is that a woman? I guess. I see Weena and I think of that song by Bowling for Soup, My Weena. Who's currently not available. New July 4th job at HelloFresh. Phoenix still needs to be approved by the requestor. With requestor in capitalized, like it's a proper noun. Anyway, I got my green arrow. I can't read that whole thing, but suffice it to say that just like, I mean, why say the requestor? How about if you're typing a letter? I mean, obviously the form letter. That's the problem. It doesn't make me feel like I'm being personally attended to, but. Like if they just said we're reaching out to HelloFresh and we're waiting to hear back from them. Like if they actually said HelloFresh instead of the requestor. But yeah, at one point, like when I kept doing the text thing, I'm like, what the fuck is the requestor? What does that even mean? And hopefully that gets resolved before Tuesday evening. Because I'm going back to work Tuesday evening. But hopefully I can get the ear of I'll see the front half night times operations manager again. I didn't actually talk to him, like he was just talking to everybody in the group, and I was just kind of trying to be incognito on my first night. But hopefully maybe he'll recognize me. But I certainly want to bring up that, hey, I was here July 4th night, also worked with you, and this is what's going on with Winolo. Can you help me with that? And see how that works out. But yeah, the Winolo thing seems like it's good extra money, but man, if I don't get that money, then not so much. And welcome back. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give that bartender's enthusiasm regarding me doing karaoke tonight about a 1.5. Yikes! That was a highly disappointing encounter. So it's 1:37 p.m. Heading home right now to get the rest of my stuff. And I think the quickest way for me to get home, especially considering that I need to be going at a high rate of speed for my car's cooling system to function, will be going north again. And hopefully I won't miss the turn this time that I missed last night. Man, I was only in the bar for a few minutes, but I'm still thinking maybe I should have put my sunshade up because it's hot as hell in here again. Ooh, I just looked to the right on Yale Street and noticed they got cool pavement in the neighborhood on the right. I used to live in this neighborhood, by the way, in a straight up tiny ass, this is it right here, Cambridge. Snuck up on me. I launched one of my phones off the seat. Hate it when that happens. For some reason I was thinking this road was a little bit further to the north. Wow, we got cool pavement treatment going on here on Cambridge as well. It does make the road look dirty because of the way vehicles track on the gray paint coating. It does seem to be working though. I've noticed when it's really hot outside and I walk along streets that have been treated with the cool pavement coating, it feels a little less brutal. Now, on a day like today, I don't know how much less brutal it'll feel. It's just we're going through a hell of a heat wave right now, and it should be the start of the monsoon season, and there's no forecast for rain at all. It's just forecast for the foreseeable future is just hot as hell and sunny. Have fun with that. Heat advisory, don't be outside. Like I have that option. I will say I'm looking forward to HelloFresh as in this temperature. I mean, I know exactly what I need and how I need to dress for that shift. I'm looking forward to the shift there on Tuesday night. And I'm tempted, and we'll see how Tuesday plays out on Tuesday, but I'm tempted to... This is such a weird intersection. It's technically the intersection of Cambridge and 20th Street. I'm tempted to go in early, and see if I can talk to an HR person. I don't know. We'll see if Winolo has paid me by Tuesday. But I feel like I should maybe be talking to somebody there about more steady employment. I know my friend Malika really likes working there. She's been there for quite a while now, and she's certainly changed her life around since she's been working there. And she told me how much she makes. I forget how much it was, but I know it's more than I made over at Williams Sonoma working through K-Power. So. But that, of course, that was at the time she got actually hired by HelloFresh as opposed to working through a logistics staffing agency. And apparently they work with a bunch of different logistics staffing agencies. All of them had tables set up in the break room, but none of them had people staffing those. But of course that was a holiday night, so to be expected. Although I've been pretty much told that, they're just there on day shift. They don't show up at night. How are you supposed to talk to them if you're working night shift? They're like, oh, you don't. Hopefully one of the other jobs comes through. I mean, I do intend to hit the phones on Monday and emails and just follow up on every job that I've interviewed with in the last 2 weeks, so that have allegedly been hired or will be given an offer from. Somebody got to get me going to work. $100 a week at Royale Lounge is not going to cut it, especially if I don't even get a drink on my discount on my drinks. Although I will say, tonight, if I'm not getting comp drinks, I'm not going to drink it, unless people are buying drinks for me, which is a very possibility. I'm hoping a bunch of my people that I reached out to on Snapchat get back to me, and at some point I should go through both of my phones and look for karaoke regulars I haven't heard from since I last had a karaoke show in my contacts list and send them text messages. I don't know if Priscilla's promoting it on Facebook or not. That used to be something she did for me, but that pretty much ended when all I had was bullocks, because she hated bullocks. And so, by then our relationship kind of fell apart. Things are better now, but still... I don't want to get into it. It's complicated. I mean, she hit me with I said something to the extent of, something probably cheesy, like my body's incomplete without yours kind of thing. And to which she responded, yeah, but you still won't marry me. A lot of it just boils down to I've been married before and I didn't like it. And it ended really, really badly. More badly than I thought something like that could end. Of course, then I got involved in the Arizona Fathers' Rights group and realized that, oh no, it could end a whole lot worse when I met Carlos Lopez and some of the other guys that I was helping with paperwork and with their things they were dealing with. But yeah, it's whoa, the hell was that? Like a table or something on the side of the road there. I've already told her more times than I can count that I would never marry a smoker. And she seems to smoke now more than ever. That alone pretty much is enough for me not to really have to go into any of the other stuff, and there's certainly other stuff. This route to and from Royale works really well. It seems bass-ackwards to go north to get on I-10, but I don't think Cambridge is exactly the quarter-mile street. In fact, no, it's definitely not. The quarter-mile street between Oak and Thomas is Virginia. Cambridge must be just like 1 block north of Virginia. Anyway, really close. Like, that's no wonder I missed that turn. Like, it's just right after I come out of the bar. Just a hair over a quarter mile. So it's not like I'm going out of my way north hardly at all. And then Cambridge just puts me right on. What the hell is this guy doing? Creative way to enter a parking lot. Oh, wait, no, he turned around. He's following me now. Guess you have to be creative when you're driving a vehicle that doesn't fit properly in parking spots. So yeah, it worked really nice. Just right onto the 51 to the 202 to that little spur of the 143 that puts me on 46th Street. Bam, I'm home. Not even have to worry about my car overheating. Although I see the temperature gauge starting to climb just from me being on a residential street. That's fine. I can turn my air conditioning off now. I need to go home, kind of test all my equipment. My microphones are behind me. I am worried I might only have one microphone tonight. I kind of always figured whenever I landed another karaoke gig, it would be something really good. You know, it would be something that paid dramatic, you know, something that paid comparable to Amazon. So I'd be going into it, you know, not broke and going into it, you know, knowing it's a good paying, something that I really want, as opposed to shit, I need a gig and desperation thing, which is what this is. And I figured when that time comes, I just buy some really nice new mics, but that's wouldn't be a bright financial decision right now. Like, it would just make 0 sense for me to drop $300 on a mic and maybe only work 2 weeks there, and yay, I spent $300 to get paid $200. Yeah, no, I'm pulling this off with equipment I already have. I am not dropping any money at all in equipment for this bar.